Thank you for coming. Kayanna and I were together for 7 years.
Sorry, I thought that one was yours.
And she was a covert redhead,
It's not even been 15 minutes.
educated and very intelligent, highly educated, and basically kind, thoughtful. Those of you that knew that she didn't have great dress sense. Her colours were different. She loved the farm. I had a little difficulties because I speak English and she spoke American. She'd say, I never heard that word before. And I'd say, well, I can tell you that it's a very common English word. She used to insist on her gardens being organic. So she'd say to me, I need horse poop. Go and find it. And she was a special person. Very calm, very thoughtful. And although she didn't have a lot of money, she helped a lot of people.
Let me translate a little bit so they don't miss. Él está diciendo que Kayanna era una mujer muy educada, una mujer que también perseguía ideales más altos en contra del COVID. Y él estaba hablando de que a veces tenían malentendidos porque él habla un inglés y ella habla un inglés americano. Y que a veces tenía esa parte en donde ella le decía, oye, no entiendo esa palabra. Y él le decía, pues te cuento que es el inglés de verdad.
And she became more and more, besides being a great study in nutrition,
Ella era una mujer muy estudiada también en nutrición.
she became more and more orientated to listening to the Bible.
Ella, aunque era muy educada dentro de la nutrición, también comenzó a estar más inclinada al estudio de la Biblia.
And she struggled with bad lungs
Y ella también luchó con sus pulmones que estaban mal.
and had to, become more and more reliant on oxygen.
Y luego comenzó también a tener problemas con el oxígeno.
But, standard for us to be in denial. But I knew she was fading. And, she told me, I'm not in pain.
Ella ya estaba decayendo y ella le dijo a Luis, no estoy en dolor.
So it's a difficult thing to go through, because it doesn't matter how much you focus, it's nothing you can do. And so she had a lot of friends, a lot of people there, and a great comfort to her. And I know she's gone to a better place. So I'd like to say thank you for coming. and farewell card.
Farewell.
So now, I'm not the only person who can talk. There are other people who've got memories, so please feel free.
Kayanna was one of my very first friends here in Cotacachi, and I met her about 7 years ago. She taught me so much about nutritional and spirit. And when I had a question about the world, Kayanna knew. And she knew where to get it, the resource was for it. And Lewis, when Kayanna told me she was getting a dachshund puppy, I went, and she says, well, we'll get you one. I didn't hear, and I kept bugging her, and she's like, well, the lady doesn't call me back, and I'm bugging her. One day, Lewis and Kayanna show up at my house with my little Hank, and he's 5 years old now, so that was wonderful. And I thank everybody for coming here today. Kayanna was a wonderful woman. She was a teacher. She was basically a medicine woman, too. I don't know if you guys remember when she sold out at the farmer's market. She grew all of her own alfalfa and the sprouts, and so she was quite a special lady, and I miss her. And I know that she's in a good place. She's with her brother, her parents, her son, and her dogs. So thank you very much. I love you. Oh, yes. I don't know if you guys want.
I feel talking about that is a difficult thing. At the same time, it's a natural cycle where we all gonna go through. Hablar de la muerte es una cosa difícil, pero al mismo tiempo es la cosa natural que todos vamos a ir. And today I wanted to share also a few words because I met her here in this place around 8 or 9 years ago. And I remember that it was the market, the common place where I would come and sell my soaps and phytotherapy stuff, right? And she was the first person that allowed herself to come nearby me. Yo la conocí a Kayanna hace 8 o 9 años atrás y este fue el lugar en donde yo la conocí a Kayanna en el mercado de los jueves, porque ese era el lugar común en donde todos nos arreglamos y venía yo a vender mis jabones y ella vendía a vender sus cosas. Y bueno, quería decir, we gathered here today in honor of Kayanna, a soul whose presence was like a flame, a radiant, warm, and unyielding in the face of life's wind. Through her body has returned to the earth, her essence lingered in the spaces she filled with love, laughter, and wisdom. Estamos aquí reunidos en el honor de Kayanna, un alma cuya presencia era una flama radiante, cálida, llena dentro de la cara de la vida. Y por medio de su cuerpo que ha retornado a la tierra, también podemos ver la esencia que está todavía en el espacio que ella ha llenado con amor, con risas y con sabiduría. Kayanna was more than a friend. She was my mirror, my guide, my witness to our deepest truth. She walked this life with an open heart, teaching us that love is not just something we give, but something we become. She saw beauty in the broken, light in the darkness, and potential in the parts of ourselves we wish to hide. Kayanna era más que una amiga, ella era también un espejo, un guía y también un testimonio de nuestras verdades más profundas. Yo siento que ella caminó esta vida con un corazón abierto, enseñándonos que el amor no es solamente algo que nosotros damos, pero también en lo que nos convertimos. Ella veía belleza en las cosas que estaban rotas, luz en la oscuridad y potencial en las partes de nosotros que también a veces deseamos esconder. It is easy to mourn the absence of her voice, her touch, her laughter, but Kayanna's spirit is not confined to memory. She's here, woven in the air with breath, the earth we stand upon, and the quiet whisper in our hearts that remind us to keep going. Es muy fácil tener este dolor en la ausencia de su voz, de su tacto, de su risa, pero siento que Kayanna, el espíritu de ella no está solamente en el olvido, ella está aquí con nosotros, en el aire que respiramos, en la tierra en la que nos paramos y también en los susurros de nuestros corazones que nos recuerdan de seguir. Ella es el viento que ayuda a las hojas a moverse, la lluvia que también alimenta la tierra y también el fuego que ayuda a nuestro coraje a seguir. If she were here, I believe she will remind us that death is not an end, but a return. A homecoming to the vastness of the universe where the soul dances freely. She will want us to celebrate, to live with the same wild love that she embodied, to carry her lessons forward in our own ways. Si ella estuviera aquí, yo sé que ella nos recordaría que la muerte no es la finalización, pero es un retorno a la casa, a lo vasto del universo donde el alma danza libremente. Ella quisiera que celebremos la vida, la misma que ella llevó, cargando las lecciones en nuestros nuevos caminos. So today, as we honor her, let us not just grieve, but also give thanks. Thanks for the gift of knowing her. Thanks for the love she shared so generously. Thanks for the lessons she left imprinted on our souls. And let us walk forward, carrying her light within us, knowing that love, once given, never dies. Entonces hoy honoremos a nuestra amiga, no solamente teniendo este dolor, sino también dando gracias. Gracias por el regalo de haber conocido a alguien como ella. Gracias por el amor que ella compartió tan generosamente. Gracias por las lecciones que ella dejó en nuestras almas, recordándonos que podemos cargar la luz con nosotros, sabiendo que el amor, una vez que ha sido dado, nunca muere. Kayanna, my sister, my friend, you are not gone, you are everywhere. And we will meet again in dreams, in echoes of laughter, in the quiet space where love remains eternal. Fly free, beloved one, because we will honor you by living fully. I feel like there are few people in this world that I would dare to say that they are angels, that they don't need to judge in order to love, and this is one. And I feel so grateful that I could have met somebody like her, somebody who became my family, somebody who became my sister, and also we were connected by the love to the earth, because I know that she was, observing God in other way, and I was observing and having my own perception of what is God. Nevertheless, there was one thing in common that bring us together, and it was the love for this earth, the love for the source of creation of life that we all share, life indeed. And I feel like us as human, we need to remember about this. Thank you so much.
So I'm sure I would like to say something. You had good experiences.
Thank you so much, Luis, for inviting me for this ceremony. I can't remember when I met her. It's been a while. She came over to my farm, and when we had an open farm, and she was very knowledgeable. She knew a lot about organic farming. She gave me a lot of advice, and since then we became friends. And she always encouraged me to do organic farming and do whatever what I was doing with a lot of good energy. So it was very encouraging for me to be with her. And yes, her presence every time she comes to my stand, she gave me a lot of words that made me feel that I want to keep on doing what I was doing. And it was such a gift for me because not everyone, I couldn't please everyone in the world, but she was the one who always gave me that love to do and who I was. So I really appreciate her presence and the boys that I had a chance to get to know them and be here with you guys. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
¿Alguien más quiere hablar? Gracias.
You have to translate.
Aquí, párate aquí y habla, yo te ayudo a traducir.
Quiero dar las gracias por todo.
We wanna say thank you to everybody and
Kayanna fue una buena amiga,
Kayanna was a good friend of mine,
un ejemplo de lucha.
an example of fight.
Siempre nos dio buenos consejos
She was always giving us good advice
y ánimo para seguir adelante.
and also courage to move forward.
Estuvo muy pendiente de nosotros.
She was really there for all of us.
La vamos a recordar siempre como ella fue.
We will always remember her by the way she was because she was kind.
Y pedir a su esposo que siga adelante.
And I want to ask her husband to move forward. Okay.
Gracias.
¿Alguien más que quiera, anybody else who wants to share?